Hi everyone, just wanted to make a quick video of all the fun things we have going on here at the farm. I really wish I could be experiencing this with you all, my students, but hopefully I can share a little bit here of your hard work. Even when you were at home, it is paying off. So right here we have our strawberry patch, and I'm seeing so many beautiful strawberries today. I'll show you the whole, these gorgeous little strawberries. You can see here the strawberry patch is doing, it's gotten a little bit big, so probably in the fall we'll definitely try to spread these actually down that whole row. We also have lots of weeds in here right now, but I'm not going to focus on that fact. Instead, I'm going to focus on all of these beautiful strawberries we have here today, which I wish you could all be here today enjoying these. I also wanted to show you here all of our baby chard that's done really, really well. And so one process I'm going to be doing here is thinning them out, which is just kind of taking the biggest plants and leaving them there and spreading out what needs to be. This old chard here, it is definitely, you can see here, is gone to seed, which I'm going to attempt to do something this year where I'm actually going to try to save the seeds. Who knows if that'll actually work. But there's lots of good chard here that hasn't gotten too bitter. Usually you want to kind of de-seed them. Let's see if I can do this with one hand and the camera. Take off that part here, which helps keep the leaves nice and tender and not too bitter. As you can tell, they're really tall and beautiful. I might keep them like that for a little bit. The spinach here. So spinach, it's going to be a little bit warm here, and it's doing something called bolting. And same thing here, just to keep my spinach nice and tender and not bitter tasting. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand. I'm just going to be taking off the seed pods. Just like that. And this one here, I can tell there's going to be a little seed pod there. I'm just going to go ahead and pinch that guy as well. So here, you can see the spinach is spread really nicely. Like I said, today I'll probably work on pinching off all of those seed pods. The other things we have going on here in the garden, we have different squash here, acorn squash. These rows over here that are currently empty, we planted cucumber, lots of zucchini, summer squash, some spaghetti squash in there as well. And hopefully those will sprout here pretty soon. Over here we have some of our flowers that are growing, lots of poppies, of course, snowball, and you can see these nice tall spikies are what going to be our gladiolus here soon. Last row here, potatoes. You can see the potatoes here are looking really nice and beautiful. So one thing that Jody and I are working on is, if you watch the other videos, we planted these potatoes, but here all we have to do is kind of mound up so that the roots are never exposed. You just keep adding soil to these areas here. You can kind of see there's a little hill that's been formed here. That is to make sure that the potatoes, we don't get green potatoes. Right now we could probably harvest some of them. You can get like little baby potatoes when they flower, or you wait until the plant essentially dies and withers, and then you dig up the potatoes. But let's see today here if I can actually find some potatoes. This is kind of called sneaking off some potatoes, which you can do and then actually not harm the plant by sneaking off a few potatoes. Oop! Oh, I found one! Oh, it's one of those beautiful purple potatoes. Look at that guy there. So this way you can kind of sneak off a few potatoes and then let the plant, the other ones will get bigger. See if I can find another one here. So we got one potato right there. Kind of hard to tell with the dirt on it. Let's see if I can find another one. So I'm just kind of digging in here into the mounds, feeling around. That's a rock. And digging around until I feel a potato. Like I said, I don't want to disturb all of them. Here's a baby potato I can take as well. So baby potato, a larger one, and then I want to make sure to cover up everything so I don't turn up with mealy potatoes. Yep, so I can sneak off a couple for dinner and let the plant keep on growing. So this entire row here, you can see it's flowering, it's doing really well, so I just want to keep on mounding those up. This row over here, the kind of empty row right here, nothing is planted there currently because I need to spread out the irrigation to that area. And then our last row here, we had some peonies. We might get a little lily here. Looks like somebody's been snacking on that. But we are also going to have some gladioluses. I'm thinking about planting maybe some summer squash to kind of utilize this space. But that is currently what's happening in our garden on, let's see here, June 7th.